Okay. Hi. It's been a while. Let's just do a quick catch up. Just real quick. Last time you saw me, I was living in Seattle with my girlfriend, and I can't remember, it was probably a Halloween haul. That was 4 years ago. My bad. Since then, me and my girlfriend broke up. I wasn't super happy, and I had some family stuff going on back home, back in the South. So I was just like, I don't see a point in us continuing dating, and I'm not happy in Seattle, and I want to move back home to be closer to my family while they're going through what they're going through. So that's what happened. We broke up. I started making plans on moving back home. I met someone new, and I still was like, I'm not happy in Seattle, so I'm gonna be moving soon, but like, if you want to try long distance and we can figure it out, I'm willing to do that because I really, really like you. So that's what we did. We did long distance for 2.5 years. I moved back to Florida, and it was really, really good for me. It was really, really, really good for me. My boyfriend, which if anyone's like, girlfriend then boyfriend, it was a phase. I'm bisexual, sorry to tell you that. It's been that way since I was 13, so. My boyfriend was like, okay, I'll probably move to the South to be with you. And then at some point that conversation flipped to me moving back to Seattle. And I had visited him throughout our relationship, obviously. That's like what's gonna keep long distance relationships going. And every time I visited Seattle, I was like, I kind of miss it. Like I'm not like super opposed to moving back. So when the conversation flipped to, I'll move back to Seattle, it wasn't like a huge deal. I have moved back. We have been dating for 3+ years now. We live in an apartment. I live with 4 men, him and 3 of his like super long time, borderline childhood. One of them is childhood, like I'm pretty sure they went to preschool together. Best friends, and I love them. They're amazing. I love living with them. A crow just flew by my window. That was cool. I would be filming this out in the living room, but one of them is working from home today and I don't want to bother him. So we've lived here for 7-8 months, probably more than that, honestly. And it's been great. I'm not going to tell you exactly where we live because, like, duh, but I love where we live. I think last time I lived in Seattle, we didn't live in Seattle, and I think that was part of why I didn't like it as much. Now that I'm living in Seattle, I love it. And I'm saying this as a small town girl, city hater. I get it. I kind of get it. It's kind of nice. Is it like really obvious when I'm looking at the camera, when I'm looking at myself? It's hard. I'm filming on my phone. I don't have a camera, but I really wanted to get back into YouTube. So we're filming on a phone. But I live in Seattle again. I don't really do makeup as a hobby anymore. So I want to get back into YouTube, but it's not gonna be makeup. It's gonna be more lifestyle. I get tattoos pretty regularly, so maybe some tattoo videos, some vlogs, some Warhammer. I got into Warhammer recently. I'm not gonna do like videos on Warhammer, but I might do like a video showing you guys my army when it's done. It's great. I'm doing a Tyranid army, and they're all pink with bedazzled bases, and I call them my bimbo army. But my biggest passion right now has been plants. I've been watching a lot of plant YouTubers like Wild Fern, Sprout with Joy, You Don't Even Grow Here, Benji, and that's been the main thing that I have been consuming on YouTube. And I'm kind of like, I want to get in on that. I want to show you guys my plants. I want to do plant videos. That seems really fun. That's probably what a majority of this channel is going to be, will be plants. If any of those other things interest you, let me know and I'll try to focus on them a little bit more. But to get back into filming on YouTube, I'm gonna do a plant tour. It's like my third time doing this where I'm like, hey, it's been a while. Good to be back. I'm gonna show you my plants now. If you have any questions or anything like that, let me know. I don't know. I'm nervous to post this. Just as quick planty talk. Most of my plants are from 2 nurseries in Seattle. They are from either Swanson's Nursery, which if you live in Seattle, you probably know about Swanson's Nursery. It's like the big nursery as far as I know. It's the big nursery here. Or Peace, Love, and Happiness Club. They have a lot of the like really cool plants. I haven't ordered anything. I've never gotten plants sent to me. A, because of money, plants are expensive, and B, because we are freshly into spring. We were just in winter, so temperatures just weren't great for shipping plants. I would rather wait until it's warmer to order plants. My birthday is coming up and I do plan on ordering some plants for myself. So that's exciting. But most of the plants that I have are from those 2 places. There are a handful of plants that I was able to bring back from Florida, and those are kind of from wherever. Some of them are from nurseries back in Tallahassee. Some of them actually are from when I originally lived in Seattle. They've been back and forth across the country. But in general, Swanson's Peace, Love, Happiness are where I've gotten most of my plants. I do want to go and look at more plant shops in Seattle, so if you have any recommendations, please let me know. Yeah. Okay, let's show you some plants. Please excuse how dirty this shelf is. I never think about it. These are our bedroom plants. There are not many, and they look kind of sad, but womp womp. This is, I believe, a staghorn fern. Super pretty. This one's actually kind of hilarious because I had this when I lived in Florida, and it sat in my windowsill in my bedroom, and it didn't do anything. It stayed alive, but it didn't grow. It got damaged. I'll probably explain that later. It got damaged on the move from Florida back to Seattle. But I put it in this window and suddenly it's growing like a weed. I can't stop it. It's going crazy. And I don't really know what to do with it. I should probably put it on the wall, but I'm not super confident in my ability to do that. So this is a baby. I'll show you the mother plant in a second. He's kind of dry. He's a little wilty right now. Silver squill, I think. Silver leopard plant. I love this plant. I think it's so pretty. Look at the spots. Love, 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 love. This, I also have no idea. I'll show you the mother plant for that later. Someone gave me it forever ago. It grew mold on the actual plant, and I had to cut it down. You can see all the little... But I've got this one back before, and I have zero concern about it. It grew back like a weed. It honestly might be a weed. I wouldn't be surprised. Super succulent-y leaves. It does little white blooms. Yeah, no clue. But it is a trooper and a tank, and therefore I will keep it. This one is technically my boyfriend's plant. It's a purple passion plant. He saw it and he was like, oh, this is sick. And I was like, get it, get it, get it, get it. I'll take care of it, get it. Because I want him to be included in my hobbies. Very thirsty. I need to repot this one into something that'll keep it better watered. Because I'm pretty sure I watered it yesterday and it's already super light and ready to be watered again. This is the only Syngonium that I have. And he's super funky because I've had to cut him back a couple of times. Also got damaged during the move, had to cut him back completely. And then he randomly decided to croak again, so I had to cut that. So he's got this funky little stem now, but I kind of dig it. Syngonium Windelandii? Black velvet Syngonium. I think its leaves are so pretty. I love that little stripe down the center. Yeah, I love her. She's one of my favorites, even if she is one of my problem children. This is so funky. I love it. I should leave it facing this way, but I know she's happier facing that way, so. But that's it for the bedroom plants. I don't get a ton of sun in here most of the day. It shines in the morning and then moves on pretty quickly. So, especially in winter. So this is what I refer to as my nursery shelf. Hi, Bear. Hi, Bear. Just anything that I'm like really nursing or propagating or anything like that, it kind of just goes on this shelf in our kitchen. So this doesn't count. This is just my little table plant for it. I've had it forever. He's got a dingy leaf, but I love it. My dad got me this pot and I think it looks so nice there. Over here I have, I'll show you the mother plant in a second. I think it's a heartleaf philodendron or just some kind of like really basic pothos. I just have 3 little cuttings rooting up in this. My dog just threw a ball at me. Rooting up in this little stand thing that my stepmom got me as a housewarming gift. This is a pink princess cutting. She's actually got some roots forming there. I hate my pink princess. You will also see her more later on. I hate her. That's an empty bottle. I think this is some kind of calathea. I got it on clearance for like a couple of bucks. It was in pretty rough shape. So now it sits in a different window. It sits in the one above my kitchen sink, but I put it over here for the sake of showing you guys. Can you chill? It's not potted in this. This is a little thing that I got from the Bullseye's Playground in Target for a couple bucks. It actually has a pot, but it has nice humidity down there. Oh my god, it's actually rooting. That's so exciting. She's much happier. She's got new growth and everything. These are some propagations from my Begonia ferox. I'm trying to do the thing where you like slit the veins on the leaf in a plant. Okay, I put a treat in his ball, so hopefully he'll leave me alone for a bit. But I'm trying to see if I can get that leaf, I think there's 2 in here to, you know, form roots and leaves. So that's exciting. I've never propagated a begonia before this. I have 2 cuttings of my Monstera adansonii. This one was a water propagation and it started looking really rough. So I panicked and I potted it up and it is not looking good. Super pale, super yellow. This one I just cut yesterday because I didn't feel good about this one. This was rooted into the moss pole. So I put it in some more moss and I'm just hoping that this one does better. Over here, I have 2 pink princess pups that she put off, which actually look better than she does variegation wise. So we'll see how that goes. I'm giving some of my cuttings away to a friend. So I'm just trying to like see if they'll actually do all right. This is a mini Monstera cutting. There's actually 2 in here. He doesn't look thrilled. He's a little yellow, but I have a new growth point on this one. This one was just a wet stick. So that is very exciting. This is my Philodendron compostpartoanum. I had 2 of these. The other one had a growth point, so I went ahead and gave that to my friend. This one's got some blistering and no active growth point yet, so we'll see how that works. And then this one is, I can't remember the actual name, but the common name is dragon tail plant. And it has this growth point. It's a top cutting. My mother plant didn't do anything for months and I got annoyed and I cut its top part off. So I will also give that to my friend. But that's my little nursery shelf. Over here, I have my original Adansonii mother plant. This is the moss pole that it was rooted into before I cut it. She is very happy that leaf is split there. A couple of paler leaves. I think she was happier in our old spot. I might need to move her back. She was in my other window. So we'll see. But right now, she's doing all right. So I was gonna I got her confused with the esqueleto and I was like, I'm gonna put it on a moss pole and it can size up. And then I realized that that's a completely different plant. So it's rooted already into this, so I might just let it trail from here, and that's just how it's gonna be. I don't want to pull it out of the moss pole. This is the mother plant for the heartleaf philodendron slash baby pothos, who knows. Just a little succulent that one of my roommates got me for Christmas. I'm not a huge succulent person. I'm not very good at taking care of them, so I'm doing my best to take care of this one. This is actually his, and I'm also taking care of that, so they're still alive. That's good. I have some more cuttings. I like this propagation vessel, so I actually keep it not on the nursery shelf, but I have some more heartleaf. I'm just gonna call it the heartleaf philodendron for now. Cuttings. I have like 3 cuttings in each of these tubes. They're fresh, so they haven't started rooting yet. I have no idea what this is. This is one of my few that survived the move from Florida to Seattle. She's a little dusty, but she was borderline completely cut back to nothing. So the fact that this is what she looks like now, super exciting. I just cut this one back because it had mold growing on it, like on the actual plant. I have no idea what it is. Someone gave me it forever ago. This is what I also have in the bedroom. I have 2 because I had so much and they both got mold and I had to cut both of them back. But this is how this one's doing. So many little baby sprouts, crazy. This was also a clearance plant that I was nursing back to health. I believe it is a pearl and jade pothos, a little bit crispy there, but borderline completely cut back when I got it for a couple bucks and is doing pretty well. I'm keeping this ugly thing on it because I'm hoping once it gets a little longer, I can actually hang it as a hanging plant. This is my rubber tree that I do not care for. My boyfriend picked this out when we went plant shopping, so I got it because I have a really bad habit of buying plants that he likes in hopes that he'll be interested in my hobby. And I've had it for probably 7 months and it didn't do anything. It's been in multiple locations. I've changed how often I water it. It's been next to a humidifier. It hasn't been next to a humidifier. And it just didn't do anything. It just like had a growth point here that was like stunted. It just was stuck. It just didn't do anything. So I just like last week cut that off and we'll see what happens. I'm not attached to it, so whatever happens, I don't really care. This lone plant is my mini monstera mother plant. This is where I cut those propagations and it put out this growth point and it also put out this growth point, which is very exciting. It was sitting in a window. I moved it over here and I'm hoping it'll grow this way and I'm gonna like try and trail it up the wall. I think that'll be really cool. She's chilling. I love this plant, but she's not like one of my favorites, but she's a trooper, which I appreciate. So I have that. This leaf just came out and is almost done hardening off. And this one's about to pop out. Over on our little side table, sorry that the road is so loud, I have this gloriosum. I bought this plant when I first moved to Seattle and I had no idea what it was. I didn't know that it was a crawler. I would have much rather had a glorious that would climb. Also, this got shut in our patio door when it was still a fresh leaf. So that's why it's over here where it's safe. And I think it gets a decent amount of light, but it has this new leaf. And it's also got this little pup. It was in a windowsill and I bleached some of the leaves
a wee bit, so that's also another reason why I put it over here, so it's not getting like a ton of direct light. And this is the most recent leaf, and it's not bleached, so like if you compare these, that's crazy. So it'll probably stay over here until I can find something better, but I don't hate it over here. This is actually not mine. I'm nursing it for someone. It's a lemon tree. It's a lemon tree. It had a little, can you see it? Had some blooms. He was convinced that he was gonna get lemons, and this thing is a baby, and I was like, you are not getting lemons. And then it suddenly dropped a shit ton of leaves, and he brought it here and was like, help. So, I don't know. This isn't my expertise, so I'm trying my best. I need to trim some of these leaves off. Ooh. This is where the majority of my collection sits. Yes, our window's broken. It was like that when we moved in. I don't have any grow lights right now, so I kind of just have to cluster everything by whatever windows are available. I do plan on getting some grow lights and some shelves and some stuff, and hopefully, you know, spreading things out a little bit more, but right now, this is what we've got. So, this is my dragon tail plant. This is the mother plant of the propagation that you saw. And this is where I cut. And she does have a new growth point, which is really, really exciting because she didn't do anything for a very long time, all winter and fall, frankly. She didn't do anything. So we'll see. What do you hear? We'll see, and fingers crossed that she does well because she did size down. I'm a little concerned about her. I'm also a little detached from her, so she doesn't do much. That's fine, but I feel bad that I cut her, so I'm glad that she has an active growth point. This is one of my prized possessions. This is my white knight. This is its newest leaf. It's still hardening off. I don't know why I love this plant so much. It's not like a showstopper, especially like variegation wise. It doesn't have much going on, but he just keeps growing. I think his stem is beautiful, and this variegation is really pretty, so I'm hoping that he keeps sizing up for me and keeps giving me beautiful variegation, especially since now he's in this window, he's getting lots of light. I repotted him recently. It was really top heavy and wobbly, but now he's not, so I'm sure that'll help as well. This is my pink princess. I absolutely despise her. I got her on clearance because she was really top heavy, and her variegation is also nothing to write home about, but I just hate her. Genetically, I think she's really bad. All of the 3 leaves that she's given me, which you can tell I got annoyed and just cut it at one point, the past 3 leaves have all gotten stuck, have all broken while trying to come undone. Just really not a good example of a pink princess, so I don't really care for her at this point. Whatever she wants to do, she can do. This is my mother plant of my compostopartuanum. I don't know. This is where I cut, right there. Look at this beautiful leaf. This is the newest leaf she's pushed out since I cut her. It's so silly and small and cute, but I do have another one coming out, so fingers crossed that one's a little bit bigger, a little more mature. I got this plant when this was the newest leaf, and I didn't realize that it changed to this. So when it started pushing out these like super weird leaves, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing to this thing? It's okay. It's okay. It's just a Sheba. I know. But I was super worried, and then I pushed out this leaf, and I was like, what? That's so sick. And I have another cutting that he's over here. I'll show you in a second. Right. Let's go down here. These are 2 more clearance plants that I got literally a couple of days ago. I want to let them acclimate more, but I feel like they will, it just genuinely would be better to risk repotting them now, because this is crazy, and this is crazy. I really want to repot them. This is a Florida Beauty. I really want a Florida Ghost, but I will settle right now for a Florida Beauty. This one didn't have a name. I think it's a Philodendron Red Moon. I think it's a Philodendron Red Moon. If you know all of those different but similar, that little family, and you can properly identify this, please let me know. I'm pretty sure it's a red moon because it's super red. And I also have this Prince of Orange, and I'm like, yeah. But this is my Prince of Orange. I had one of these in Florida, and it was an absolute trooper. It never stopped growing. It was a monster, and I loved it so much, and I had to leave it behind because it was too big to fit in the car. So I was really excited to get my hands on one of these again because I really, really loved that plant. And then over here, she's got some cinnamon on it right now, but this is my Philodendron Micans. This is another one that suffered on the move in the car. I accidentally left it parked in the sun. We parked at the hotel at night, and I didn't realize that when the sun rose the next day, it would fry where all of my plants were stored in the car, and it did. So everyone got cut back, including her. She was nothing. So the fact that she is this now and has all of these vines, this is one of my favorite plants, honestly. This is the last little bit of really bad damage, but I think that this leaf being bent is kind of cool, so I do leave it. But I love this one. I really, really, really want a variegated one. That's one of my wish list plants right now. But I love her. She just grows, and she's just beautiful, and I love the velvety leaves, and I love how red they can be. Look at that. Beautiful. Love her so much. This is probably my crown jewel. It is my Philodendron Silver Sword. I wish I had recorded this like a month ago because he had 4 blooms. He had 4 blooms for me. He had a bloom here, he had 2 here, and he had 1 here. And this one I just cut off like a week ago. It did its whole thing. Stem is really weird, super top heavy. I gave it this moss pole partially to ruin into, but mostly honestly as support. And I'm hoping that he likes it. And this is also like my favorite pot that I own. I was like, you get to go in my favorite pot. But I think I got lucky with this one. I got it for a really good price. It was like, what, $30? And it already had mature leaves on it, which is what I've seen people struggle with Silver Sword the most, is getting the leaves to mature and get these lobes. This is the most recent leaf that it gave to me, which is a size down, if you can tell. So I'm a little concerned, but it also pushed this out right before it started blooming. So I'm gonna just say that the plant was more focused on that than these. And hopefully now that the blooms are done, it'll start pushing out leaves again. This one's also got a little tiny little bit of damage on it, but I love. Down here, this is another plant that I'm nursing back to health for my friend. I actually had one of these when I lived in Florida as well, and I really enjoyed it. I think it's cool. I love the like orange stems. This one's in really rough shape. I think he wanted to return it to the nursery, but I'm gonna try and buy it off of him because I'm like, I had one of these, and I'm always attached to, like, if it's a plant that I had when I lived in Florida, I'll probably want it again. So I'm trying to nurse it back. We'll see how he's doing. I've had him for a couple weeks. He does have whatever that is going on. The shaking's from the air purifier. So that's cool. This, you can't even see her super well. This is my Monstera clipping. This leaf wasn't doing too hot, so I went ahead and cut it. This is the most recent leaf that she has given me. Monsteras don't like me. So if you have any tips specifically on them, let me know. But they really don't like me. This is my 3rd one, and the first 2 have either reverted back to not having fenestrations or never gave me fenestrations to begin with. So the fact that I have one that's like pretty well established as a mature Monstera, I'm hoping that this one will like me more. We'll see. I don't know. This is my begonia escargot. I'm not a huge begonia girly, I say as I'm about to show you 2 other begonias. I kind of just got this one on a whim as a little 2-inch pot. I do think the swirls are really cool. It's probably not my, it's definitely not in my like top favorites, but it's a cool plant. But if I ever have to size down, this one might be on the chopping block. These are some new leaves that it's giving me. Ooh, there you go. It's cool. I kind of just got it to see how quickly I could size it up, just out of curiosity, just to like test myself, especially going into the growing season, which I do want to do a post-growing season comparison to this video. We'll see if I actually remember to do that. This is my bird of paradise. She's not, I think I need to repot her because her leaves are all, they've been super curly recently, but this is obviously a new leaf that she's pushing out, which decided to uncurl before it was fully unsheathed. So it's got some tears down there, but like, I think she's really thirsty, which probably means that she needs a repot. She scares me. She's a white bird of paradise, and I did also get her on clearance because if you see down here, she had a leaf that was super damaged and cut off, so they put her on clearance. Thanks, Swansons. We'll see how she does. I'm a little nervous about her. This is my philodendron biliate, and I have a new leaf on him. Here, I'll pick him up and show you. I got a new leaf on him. I do like him. He's gonna go on the wall soon. I'm gonna actually give him a wall pot, and I think that that'll be better for him than just like over here in this corner. I think it'll be better for his leaves and everything. He has some crazy leaves. This one's completely sideways. It's just how it is. But I do really like him, and I do really hope that he, you know, gives me a slightly bigger leaf with his next one. Growing season, praying. This is one of my few anthuriums. This is a crystallanum, I believe. Crystallanum, just a good old classic crystallanum. Not hybridized with anything. It's got 2 leaves on it. It does have that little bump, which I believe is a new leaf that might be a little stuck, so I'll probably mess around with that or put him next to my humidifier. But I love the shimmer on the veins. So stunning. This is my King Clarinervum, which I got on clearance from Seattle Plant Daddy. It's the only plant I've ever gotten from there. Well, I got one for my boyfriend, but he marked it as clearance because it was just a little damaged. As you can see, it had another leaf that was pretty beat up. I'll leave that on there until it gets a couple more good leaves. It just pushed this one out. It's still hardening just a little bit, but I do really like this one as well. Super pretty. I love the veining on these. Let me knock soil out real quick. Love the veining on these. These are some more ferox cuttings. These I'm trying to root by the stem. They're in like perlite with sphagnum moss, and I have like a humidity, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm just kind of messing around with a lot of these propagations. So we'll see what happens, I guess. This is my other pride and joy. This is my begonia ferox. She is currently, that one's actually kind of old. I'm not surprised that happened, but look at how cute that bloom is. But she is blooming for me. She has a couple of little buds here and there, and she's got these new leaves. I've had this for quite a while. I got this on sale at Swanson's because every January they have an indoor plant sale. She was 20% off, and she's also a wish list plant, and I couldn't leave her behind. It was enough to the point where like my boyfriend even helped pay for her because he was like, no, you've been talking about this plant forever, you've been hunting for this plant forever. I will send you some money if it makes you feel less guilty about it. It was only like $50 pre-sale, but I wasn't trying to buy plants at the time, so I was like, should I get it? Because Swanson's never really carries begonias. She's got some damage. And I never thought that they would carry this begonia, but it was on their collector shelf. And I was like, no fucking way. And it's here when they're doing their sale. So it was a perfect stars aligning for me to get her, and I love her so much. Like, I can't get over it. I do have trypophobia, which is that phobia of clusters of holes, so trigger warning. I hate the undersides of these leaves, but it is kind of good exposure therapy. Like, it doesn't bug me as much as it used to. I love her so much. Look how, ugh, love her. This is another, I'll put him down here. This is my newest addition and another wish list plant. This is a Begonia paulensis. I got her for $8 because Peace, Love, and Happiness Club were having a International Day of Happiness sale. She's kind of pale. You can't really, I don't think it's reading on camera, but she's a little pale, which does concern me. But she has some new leaves, which is exciting. So we'll see how she does. Ideally mine would turn into something comparable to wild ferns. It's gonna be a while till then, but I do love this plant, and it was a wish list plant, and I have been hunting for it and hunting for it and hunting for it. I was seeing it online, but for like $30 to $50, and everywhere was sold out, and I just never was able to land a restock. So the fact that I could just like pick it up from somewhere in my city and it was 20% off, 100% worth it. I'm super excited to see how this one grows with the growing season. Yes, he is right here. I think when I'm done filming, it's watering day for everyone, so I'm gonna do some reorganization, and I think I'm gonna put him next to the humidifier and see if that helps with the paleness. I don't fucking know. This is my, oh my gosh. What are you? This is my anthurium. I know the common name is fingers, and I cannot remember its like actual name. So yeah, I can't remember, but also got this from Peace, Love, and Happiness on a sale. It had 2 smaller, less mature leaves when I got it that were pretty damaged. This one's got a tiny little bit of damage, but nothing crazy. I trimmed off a little bit there, but it just pushed out this leaf for me, which has that. I pushed that out for some reason, and it's got this weird offshoot, but it is a size up. A win's a win. This was also a wish list plant. I don't know why, but I love this plant so much. This part, this is a yummy plant to me. And it's got something going on down there. I just cut off the last, can you even see it? I just cut off the last, like, not fully mature leaf that was pretty damaged, because I was like, okay, now it has this leaf. We're gonna cut that one off, and it'll be okay. It won't throw a fit. And then, last but not least, I should try and leave that leaf alone. This is the other cutting of my compost partowanum. Just pushed this leaf out, it's still hardening, and it just pushed this leaf out, which is super fresh. But what a stunner. I love this plant, I really do. This was the top cutting from the mother plant, and I didn't even really propagate it. I kind of just potted it right away, because when a new leaf opens, its little roots attached to the node where that new leaf is from are like, they're super creepy. Let me see if I can, yeah. They want to be on something. So I was like, here, I'll give you something. So I potted it, I gave it a moss pole. It had 2 nodes. I put the bottom node in the soil and the top node in here. And it has rooted beautifully. I don't even know if you can see. but an absolute trooper. Yeah, I love this guy. So stunning. And I just extended this moss pole so this guy can root into it, and we'll see how that goes. And once it reaches the top of this, I'm probably gonna cut it and then I'll have 2 vines. But I love him. He's so cute. Yeah, that's all the plants. I realized that I didn't film an outro yesterday, so I'm about to head to work. So really quickly, thank you guys for watching. I'm glad to be back. If you have any questions, suggestions, I don't know, if you want to see more plant videos, I really like plant chore videos, so that's probably what I'm going to be doing. Any vlogs, anything about Seattle and what it's like living here, just let me know. I'll link all my socials and everything down below. It's the same username everywhere, Prettyplutokitty. Like, subscribe, all that normal YouTuber jazz. And I'll see you in the next one, which will hopefully be soon. Okay, bye.